Bitcoin keeps track of who owns what, like a list. The whos are called addresses, and the what is called UTXOs. Addresses are long lines of characters that look like this. An address can be created very easily and is always unique. Addresses store UTXOs, which stands for unspent transaction outputs. Unspent transaction outputs are linked to addresses, and they can be sent or received from these addresses to other addresses. The simple yet complicated list that is Bitcoin simply tracks all the UTXOs that exist, updating all the changes of what addresses own what UTXOs. When somebody performs a Bitcoin transaction, someone must have access to some Bitcoin first. In other words, when somebody performs a Bitcoin transaction, they send an unspent transaction output that is stored on an address that they have control over to an address someone else controls. UTXOs are the Bitcoin. UTXOs on an address that I control is my Bitcoin. UTXOs that someone else controls are someone else's Bitcoin. There is a very big difference between how we use the euro and how we use Bitcoin. In the Netherlands, typically people use the euro through a bank. Everyone has a bank account, and most euros are already in the digital banking system. It is less common that the people that work get their euros in cash and are depositing this to their bank account. It is more likely that people just get their euros sent to their bank account from their company's employer's bank account. The banks also have a list, but they control the entire list. Whenever you transfer euros to someone, banks also update their list. They make sure that you have fewer unspent transaction outputs or euros in your account address, while whomever you are paying or transferring euros to gets more UTXOs euros added to their account address. Since you pay the bank a monthly or yearly fee, the bank in return promises that you can send, receive, and store money safely with them. The difference between banks and Bitcoin is that you have to ask permission from the banks every single time when you send, receive, or store money. That means that you will have to trust a bank to always allow you to send, receive, or store your money. With Bitcoin, you do not have to trust anyone, and you do not have to ask permission to send, receive, or store your money. You also do not have to pay monthly or yearly fees. A transaction cannot be blocked or frozen. You can access your money 24/7 365. You can also send your money to any other Bitcoin address anywhere in the world, and you can travel anywhere taking all the Bitcoin that you own with you as information inside your mind.